course, the big story today everyone's talking about is the death of Robin Williams. And joining us right now from California, Los Angeles, is James Hirsen, author of the West Coast Report. James, of course, a sad day around the world here. Give us the latest on what's being talked about in Hollywood as the world wakes up and continues to mourn Robin Williams' death.
Well, it kind of reminds me of the old Joni Mitchell song, you know, the one that says, you don't know what you got till it's gone. It seems like we had to lose Robin Williams to actually appreciate the immense body of work that he left, his legacy, and how he appealed to so many generations simply because he was in so many different mediums. And, you know, it's interesting to look back at Robin Williams now is to see that he picked material that so carefully that would be edifying. And ironically, he picked characters that ended up combining comedy and pathos, which now we know is part of his life. The latest we're hearing out of Marin County is that there's police information that says that it was definitely a suicide and that it was some kind of hanging. And that leads people to question, well, how is it possible that an individual with so many gifts, so much talent, the ability to make people so happy, would himself, with all this success and fame and wealth, feel the need to take his own life? And it brings our attention to the idea of depression and how it hits people of all walks of life.
Yeah, if there is a silver lining here, you hope that this raises awareness and helps erode the stigma that's often surrounded with mental health issues. And James, I also know, like a lot of folks, you have a personal story about your interaction with the screen legend. If you care to share that with us, we'd love to hear it.
No, sure. I mean, when I ran into Robin Williams when he was a very young comedian and had not made it yet. You know, he was still playing the comedy clubs, and he was he was sheer energy on a stage with an audience. Before I saw him in a small club in Los Angeles, and the evening before, he had taken the audience out on the street and paraded around. When I saw him, he went into the bathroom and pulled out the toilet seat cover and did an entire improv with it, creating articles of clothing, and of course with that rapid fire. And I just briefly got to meet this, it was human energy. And the people that I talked to in the industry, the buzz spread really fast. This was a person, there was no way that he wasn't going to be successful because his talent was so immense that the word of mouth spread throughout the industry. And as I've worked in the industry as an entertainment attorney, Robin Williams was a term that was used to compare actors and musicians and screenwriters. They'd say, well, he has that Robin Williams quality. You know, you can't stop his or her success.
Yeah, and James, you know, really in many ways, you know, we're running out of time here, so I don't want to cut you off too bad here, but because of the situation, but the magnitude of this loss, I think it's fair to say, is still just setting in, and so we'll keep our eyes focused on what happens at press conference coming up later today. We thank you for your time, James Hirsen, your story about meeting Robin Williams, and we'll continue to follow the story throughout the day.
Thank you.
Thank you, James Hirsen, author of the Left Coast Report there, one of our regular contributors here at Newsmax, one of the many folks who has a personal story about meeting Robin Williams. More ahead here on America's Forum right after this.